Welcome, everyone. If you're a business leader or an IT decision maker, you already know this. The actual pulse of your company rarely lives on the polished tables of a boardroom. It lives out in the field, often on a 6-inch screen. Today, we're going to explore how mobile app development services have evolved. They are no longer just basic IT projects. They're actually changing the very fabric of enterprise business operations.
So, I want you to think about this for a second. What if your entire business could make smarter decisions, respond faster, and keep employees connected from literally anywhere, all through a single mobile platform? It's a powerful thought, right? We need to shift our mindset away from viewing mobile apps as isolated digital experiences or just standalone tools. When executed with purpose, these platforms actually become the central nervous system of a modern, responsive enterprise.
All right, let's take a quick look at our strategic roadmap for today's explainer. We'll be covering mobile as business platforms, transforming daily operations, empowering the workforce, better customer engagement, overcoming enterprise challenges, and finally, the future-ready enterprise. Let's dive in. Section 1. Mobile as business platforms, from isolated projects to central nervous systems.
We really need to challenge the legacy paradigm of what an enterprise application actually is. For years, having a quote-unquote mobile strategy just meant a focused plan to conquer the small screen. But that usually resulted in these isolated digital experiences that were, let's be honest, often the first things cut when budgets got tight. Modern enterprise mobility is fundamentally different. The truly revealing question isn't what app should we build, but rather, which of your critical, desk-bound tasks can be liberated. We're talking about untethering fixed business processes to create context-aware mobility in real time.
Moving right along to Section 2. Transforming daily operations, building a real-time operational system. This new mobile philosophy completely alters daily business execution. For decades, enterprise data felt like a historical archive. Static reports just telling you what had already happened. But by fusing mobile platforms with IoT sensors, we transition from periodic historical audits to a state of perpetual awareness. You instantly know the exact location and status of any critical asset. And more importantly, this delivers contextual intelligence right at the point of action. It enables dynamic resource orchestration, where you can intelligently assign field technicians based on real-time location, skills, and parts availability. It's a total game changer.
Section 3. Empowering the workforce, enhancing human capability for the deskless. Let's pivot to the human element for a minute. For a vast segment of your workforce, specifically the deskless workforce, the mobile device is their primary interface with the company. The goal here is to turn a tool into a teammate. We talk about productivity in the abstract a lot, but the real goal is enhancing human capability. A mobile-first platform embeds learning right into the flow of work. Imagine an employee watching a quick, tailored tutorial right before performing a new procedure. It makes them immediately more capable and confident right on the spot.
So, the crucial point is how this technology bridges the experience gap. Think about your veteran engineers. They can use a mobile device to create a short video guide for a complex repair, or maybe annotate a digital overlay to clarify a tricky assembly process. This instantly captures their technical wisdom and builds this incredibly rich, growing library of institutional knowledge. Suddenly, your newer, less experienced team members can solve problems they never could before, all through the mobile device, right there in their hand.
All right, Section 4. Better customer engagement, creating persistent, contextual dialogues.
Mobile transforms isolated, one-off transactional moments into a continuous, persistent dialogue with your users. Honestly, think of your enterprise application as an always-on focus group. Every single interaction provides a silent stream of feedback. The features users ignore? Well, they tell you exactly what's unnecessary. The paths they navigate reveal their true priorities. And those support queries they type in honestly expose exactly where your products could be clearer. This raw behavioral data reveals what customers truly want, allowing you to create these amazing, self-reinforcing value loops.
Section 5. Overcoming enterprise challenges, the hurdles of execution.
Now, of course, it's not all just smooth sailing. The toughest obstacles in these ambitious enterprise projects are usually human and architectural, not just technological. There are 3 massive hurdles you have to clear. First, integration constraints. A beautiful app is totally useless in isolation. You need an API-first strategy to ensure a continuous conversation with backend systems like your ERP and CRM. Second, adoption challenges. You need a genuine internal campaign that answers the vital question for every single employee: how does this actually make my life easier? And third, mobile security risks. The very convenience of mobile opens up entirely new points of vulnerability.
To address that third hurdle, security absolutely cannot be a last-minute addition. It has to be a foundational ingredient in your blueprint from day one, and this requires the zero-trust model. What does that mean? It means never automatically trusting any user or device, regardless of their location. Permissions to see data or use functions are granted sparingly, checked constantly, and adapted to the specific situation. This safeguards your critical business information without compromising that smooth user experience we're aiming for.
Which brings us to Section 6, the Future-Ready Enterprise, Architecting for the Next Decade.
The architectural choices you make right now will absolutely define your operational reality for the next decade. No pressure, right? So let's summarize the core lessons for building this integrated business mobility layer. You must prioritize an API-first backbone for systemic interoperability. You must embed zero-trust security by design. You have to focus on empowering your deskless workforce from the outset, and you must treat data as real-time intelligence that guides immediate action. Doing this is what turns sporadic, siloed data into a flowing, enterprise-wide nervous system.
And this brings us to a very stark warning. Procrastination here is not just a delay, it is actively choosing a legacy system. Your competitors are not waiting around. They are actively building their responsive, intelligent, mobile-first digital operations today. The gap between those who adapt and those who hesitate is only going to widen. The future of your operations will be written in the code of these mobile platforms. Will you be the author? I want to leave you with that provocative thought to chew on. Building a future-ready enterprise requires purpose, intelligence, and a serious commitment to integrating mobility into the very DNA of your business. Thank you for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep transforming, and I wish you massive success on your digital transformation journey.